Okay guys, today I've got a real treat for you. This is a 1966 Chevelle and El Camino factory AM FM radio. The model number, if we can see it, is 986529. This was used on the 66 Chevelle and El Camino only, and is a very hard to find radio. 66 and 67 were fairly similar as far as the radios go. They interchange, so you can put either one in either car. But in 66, the push buttons are flat with sharp edges, and this AM/FM slide bar comes to more of a point. The 67 radio has curved push buttons and a much more curved slide bar pointer here. And that's because there was safety regulations passed in the 67 model year that said the manufacturers had to get rid of all the sharp points on the dashes and things. That's the same reason that the different knobs changed and the steering wheels and things changed. There was a lot of changes that year due to safety. Anyhow, a real 66 radio is a very elusive beast. They didn't make a whole lot to begin with, and most did not survive the introduction of cassette players and 8-track players and yada yada. The factory bezel is here, 3876588, and the outer knobs are here. I don't have the inner knobs, but they would be the same as your AM radio if that's what you're replacing. Anyhow, the goal here today is to test this fine radio. I tested it earlier and it works fantastic, but we're going to test it again. I have it hooked up to a 12-volt battery, the correct 8-ohm speaker, and an antenna, and we'll start on AM here. Okay, first off, you can see there's no, well, I'll show you when we're not on a staticky station, but the volume doesn't crackle when you adjust it. I'm not going to stop at every station here on AM, just because there's a lot of them, but you'll hear them pass.
Yeah. Oh, okay, one more.
Okay, I can show you here. The volume, there's no static when you're adjusting the volume. It gets very loud.
My question is, there's 2 points.
So carrying a rose in your pocket just like that, you will keep Christ?
In weddings, parties, corporate events, TG Photo Booth 831 keeps the...
He gave television appearances, he had streaming...
Anyway, real nice. We're all the way at the end of the dial here. To switch over from AM to FM, you simply slide the bar over. It flips the dial, as you can see. Again, no static when you adjust the volume.
Hidden fees, just great service from a local company that cares about the community.
It is stop and go from...
ATTRCM to reduce death and hospitalization for heart problems.
Central Coast, there is only one K-Wave.
Today's hits and yesterday.
Anyway, really nice, guys. Lots of stations. Anyway, really nice. I'll show you all the push buttons work here. So they're a little stiff after sitting, but I set them up above each individual push button here. And then I'll show you how to set one. So let's say we like this fine station. We pick any push button you like, pull it out, push it back in, and then no matter where we go, maybe, they're a little stiff. Let's try that again. Let's pull this one out. It's hard to do with one hand, guys. So it's a little short, but they will work. It's just this thing's been sitting forever, so they're super stiff.
Creep up and make some bad decision.
Okay. I'm going to turn the radio off here and disconnect the power so I can show you around it a little bit better. Here's the top. You can see the factory decal is still there. I showed you this decal earlier. We'll just disconnect our wires here. There's the factory part number. Disconnect this wire. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, what I wanted to show you was this radio is also multiplex compatible. So this is the multiplex eliminator plug. This allows the radio to be used as a single channel mono radio. Now if you take this plug out, it's just held in here by a 1/4-inch screw. You take this plug out and you plug in a factory multiplex stereo adapter, and that will turn this radio into a 4-channel stereo radio. I plan to get a multiplex adapter listed here this week for both this style radio and the 68 and later AM FMs as well. Another thing I should show you, I'm going to turn you upside down, don't get too dizzy. The transistor here is dated the 19th week of 66, so almost positively the original unit. Anyway, the chrome on this guy is fantastic. You'll see more in the listing, but the chrome doesn't even really show. Let me show you here. I just pulled the knobs off. So when this is installed, that's what it looks like when it's in your dash. Anyhow, guys, if you've been looking for an authentic 66 Chevelle AM FM radio, you found it. Do not miss it. If you actually need a 67 Chevelle AM FM radio, I have one in my other listings. So go ahead and check out my other listings if you need the 67 radio. If you need the 66 radio, snap this one up because it's going to sell fast.